Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to try out a little different feel. I wanted to have this face to face, but in the car. Have a change of scenery, do something different. See how I like this, if I do, if I don't. And I hope y'all are having a great day when y'all see this. If not, there's always time to change it and make it a great one. And today I wanted to talk about something that happened yesterday that's gonna probably influence the market a good amount. And that's Nvidia reporting earnings. And the reason this is so important and why it would influence the market is Nvidia is currently the largest company in the world with a market cap about 4.4 trillion, which is crazy because 2 years ago things were totally different. And I believe, for reference, like Microsoft's market cap is about 3.75 trillion. So that's an extra 0.7 trillion that Nvidia has on Microsoft. So it's just an insanely big company, and they've seen their revenue grow, I think, like 5x over the past 3 or so years, which is wild to think about. And I'd say AI is like the main factor driving them forward. And also Nvidia works with like all the other big companies, all the all the top 7 companies in the world, like Google, Microsoft. They all work together in one way or another. A lot of companies work with Nvidia, and it's going to continue to be so because they are number one for a reason. Nvidia, their CEO is a powerful leader who knows what he's talking about. He's not someone who goes out there and makes the company look bad. He makes the company look really good, and that's why the earnings are also good, because he is doing a great job of managing the company. As for the actual earnings themselves, Nvidia had a double beat, which means they beat on the top and bottom line. And those two metrics are the earnings per share. So they did better than analysts expected them to do in both of those, which is in general a good sign. And they reported a revenue of 46 billion, I believe, which is like insane to think about for the last quarter. And then I believe they set like guidance for the next quarter for even more growth to occur, which in general, I'm not sure how the stock might react today or tomorrow. Probably, it really just depends on what part of the earnings report people stick to the most. Sometimes it could be the good news they stick with, so you'll see the stock go up like 5 percentage points. Or sometimes it could be one thing that people are a little scared about that will blow up and then get the whole sentiment affected, so it might drop a couple percentage points because people are selling out. But in general, I think this is just short-term noise. Whether it goes up or down 5% in the next few days, it'll end up probably averaging back out. But I think there's going to be growth for the rest of the year, not only for Nvidia but for the whole market. As we have the biggest company in the world still growing, and the way things usually work is the bigger you are, the harder it is to still have that large-scale growth, right? And if we can see the biggest company in the world still managing to grow, and also this is an AI powerhouse, this is also like really good and bullish for the other AI companies, because it's telling them, we're Nvidia, we're still here, we're still growing, we're getting more customers, we're increasing our revenue, we're having more people purchase from us, we're getting new products. Demand is high for AI, and people are gonna like this, I think, in the long term, especially because we have a few things coming up. One, in January, September tends to not be a good month for the stock market. I believe it usually is a red month. And then second, the Federal Reserve Chair, Jeremy Powell, is thinking of cutting interest rates, which people are really excited for. Is usually when they cut interest rates, that allows companies to borrow money and invest more into the future, so it can allow the companies to grow a little faster. And then also people are super excited for other industries of the stock market. For example, I think real estate, we're gonna see right now, I think currently we have way more houses for sale than we have people buying. I think that's gonna change if interest rates drop once or twice more by the end of the year, even within the next year. If they drop like 2-3 times, we're gonna see people start buying houses again. It's gonna be more attainable, even just to the average American, average person such as myself. Because currently I would not be looking to buy a house. Also, I just started my job, so I was rushing to build my 100K net worth of investments before I could start saving up for that big purchase of a house. But I wouldn't have even thought about it with, I think the interest rates are about like 7-ish%. Last time I looked, but it could have changed. So we're gonna see a lot more home buying going in, and this really pumps well into like credit companies such as FICO and Equifax, and there's one more that I'm missing, is when people start buying houses and people start borrowing money again, that means they're gonna be getting more credit checks, and that's when these like companies, the credit bureau companies, start making more money off those credit checks, because they're the ones who do the credit check and report the info back to the bank or to the lender that you're working with. But in general, I think the outlook for the rest of the year is pretty good. I'm not saying we're gonna have anything crazy like 30% returns or anything like that, but I definitely think we'll still be pushing a little bit higher. And whether this is a bubble or not, who knows? I'm not an expert by any means. I'm just now a 23-year-old living my life, trying to build my wealth and be smart with my money. But I overall think that the economy will continue to grow over the next few months to the end of the year, and then we'll probably, depending on how interest rate cuts go, probably have a pretty strong end of the year rally, as that's usually sentiment is pretty high towards the holidays, so people were very positive.